Hello. I would like to discuss the customization of the Batch at a Glance product through scripts, somewhat the equivalent of what used to be called macros. So what I'll show you is using the ability to take scripts that are already written, or potentially you could write your own. Again, that would take a C# skill set with Visual Studio experience. But you can end up having these scripts accessible through the user interface. So I'll show you how that would work. Right now, if you look at the product and go to the Tools menu, you'll see that the Actions sends you to a dialog where it will allow you to browse for scripts. Well, let me show you how to go about taking scripts that already exist in the product. So where I'm going to look right now is I'm going to look down into where the product was installed. Program Files, Agilent, and then drop down into these directories. That will be a directory called Scripts, Quant. And in there are 3 pre-canned scripts that are not configured in the shipping product. So I'm going to take those scripts and I'm going to push them up to where I put my MassHunter scripts, into MassHunter Scripts Quant. So that directory, MassHunter Scripts Quant, I'm going to copy those files there. Now, if I go back, now I'm in the method editor, and look at that Tools menu Actions, you'll see that those scripts actually appear because they're in that directory. So let me give you a little example of what these scripts do, and I think you'll see the potential. First, let me try the script that allows me to copy cells to all rows. So if I'm editing the method editor right now, and I've discovered that these compounds are, I happen to hand edit the wrong time segment in, so I want it to be time segment 2. Okay. That script would allow me to go in and copy those values, the 2, to the rest of the cells below in an Excel-like feature. That's a nice addition if you're editing columns and want to change them all at once. Let me show you another capability here in the tools. For example, let's say that I'm looking at the graph and I really want to know the numbers behind the calibration response relative standard deviation. Those are shown on the graph as a bar. I can trigger that script, a custom script, and I can see the average standard deviation. In this case, there's only 1 replicate per calibration level, so there is no standard deviation, but I think you get the point. So last, let me show you what those scripts look like. They're actual C# code. So I will show you the one that has the calibration response just to give you an idea of what's in here. You can see this is real code. And if I drop down into what it's doing, you can imagine it fetches the calibration points, collects the responses for each level, then goes and populates the grid that you just saw come up and then shows that to you. So that's the code that was produced here, but it's customizable in terms of extending the functionality of the product. And that is the point I'd like to leave you with. Thank you for your attention.